Hello, my name is Foery, and over the summer I researched 3 ponds in our local area. And those ponds were the Clannick Pond of the Mohonk Preserve, the Beaver Pond in the Millbrook Preserve, and the Gunk Pond on the campus of SUNY New Paltz. If you have been on the campus of SUNY New Paltz, you probably know about the gunk. It's pretty infamous for how smelly it is, and I have always wondered why that may be. Is it because it is polluted? And is it because that there isn't a lot of vegetation surrounding the pond? It's just not natural. It always stuck out to me as why this pond didn't have any vegetation around it, because I grew up around ponds and I wanted to know how this was affecting the water quality in the gunk. So, in order to study this, we looked at the Clannick Pond, which is in the Mohonk Preserve and is super well preserved. There isn't a lot of human activity, so that was our best pond quality, assumed water quality. And then we looked at the Millbrook Preserve, which is semi-preserved because some of the watershed is outside of the preserved land. So this was assumed to be our middle water quality. But in order to figure this out, we had to conduct some research. So every week we'd go out and sample the ponds. We would sample for things like conductivity, pH, and dissolved oxygen. And then we also put out water buoys in each pond, which sampled the temperature at different depths for every 15 minutes. Then, one time during the summer, we took sediment samples from each pond and basically burned them in order to figure out how much organic carbon was in the pond. Through all this sampling, we found out that yes, the gunk is probably more polluted. And we can say this because the data says that the gunk has the most conductivity, the least organic carbon percentage, and overall has a higher temperature than all of the ponds. The pond with the best water quality, what we can say, we assume from looking at the data, is the Clannick Pond because it has the highest percentage of organic carbon, the lowest amount of conductivity, and is kind of in the middle range of the temperature flow. So, in order to move towards a more healthy gunk pond on campus, we decided that it would be a good idea to preserve the pond because the most preserved pond, the Clannick Pond, had the best water quality, and this would be true for the gunk if we increase the amount of vegetative buffers around the pond, such as cattails and other wetland grasses, as well as mushrooms, because they have been seen to actually absorb contaminants around ponds and other areas. And we could also implement bioswales or other more extreme management practices to improve the water quality in the gunk. And hopefully we wouldn't have a smelly campus anymore. That was the end of my talk, so I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.